Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for all the support. Happy to be back with another reading for you. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed already, do it. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, what we are doing today, I wanted to do a full moon reading, a general full moon reading for the collective. My guides wanted me to wait until today. And Pluto just went retrograde. So I'm going to kind of do a reading to see what the energy is with this Scorpio full moon is the closing of cycles in regards to the 8th house. And then Pluto retrograde. So Pluto actually rules Scorpio. So it's a very significant energy right now. Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, sex, secrets, things hidden. It is a very transformative planet. It is considered malefic. So it does bring with it quite a bit of explosive energy. So where Pluto is in your chart, there will be a major tower and it will cause you to rebuild. So Pluto is going to burn away anything that any foundations, faulty foundations you are hanging to. So a lot of people believe that the tower is associated with Pluto energy. Some people say it's Mars, but it's the same sort of like explosive things are going to fall away that aren't meant to be there. So with it going retrograde, it is a time to go within. Retrogrades, when planets are direct, their energy is directed outwards. When they're retrograde, it's directed inwards. So it's often a test and a time of, self-evaluation. When it comes to Pluto, it is a time to evaluate things that you may be hiding about yourself and ways that you're selling yourself short. Pluto is a power. It's a strong power. It's a very transformative power, but it also is a planet of things that are hidden, taboo, secrets. So are there ways in your life that you are holding yourself back or being asleep to your own power? That if you were able to release certain things, that you would be able to harness your power a little bit more. It's that type of energy. So it is a time of redirecting our focus to ways that we are hiding from ourselves, kind of. It's a very significant energy. So I really wanted to see what spirit kind of, with the full moon is a closing of cycles, and then with the Pluto going retrograde, it is very much like time of releasing and purging so that we can start to wake up to our own power and might even wake up to things that we didn't even know about ourselves, things that we had hidden away because society deemed them taboo or, unacceptable. So, we've hidden certain parts of ourselves, but if we were to really examine them, come to terms with them, learn how to harness these powers, and then, shine them out towards the world, it would be very beneficial and help us come into our divine light, our divine journeys. Your spiritual journey is not all love and light, and it's a very backwards way of thinking that positive vibes only is very toxic. It's toxic positivity because you're not on Earth to experience only light. Earth is a very, very dark planet, and it's you incarnate here to learn kind of harsh lessons and to transform as a soul, to grow as a soul. Most people that watch this channel are going to be light workers. Star seeds especially have incarnated, not because you necessarily needed to grow as a soul, but you have come to kind of lead the way towards other people learning how. We are the kind of the black sheep, the ones that have this strong feeling of I have a mission and, I don't mind going against the grain to fulfill that mission. So you standing in that and being proud of that and, going towards your dreams and going towards what is right, even though it really violates what everyone else is saying you should do, helps awaken other people. So anyways, that is the energy right now. It's a very special time. And I thought it would be nice to kind of see what spirit wants us to know with this energy. So I have a couple different decks. I might do like all oracles. We'll see. I have tarot. I have a bunch of different oracle decks. We're going to see what, I told you, look, opportunity with the moon there. Full moon relaxation. Exactly. This is like a new moon energy, a new cycle here. There's an opportunity to begin a new cycle. Yeah, being asleep to your potential. This is a time to release what's keeping you asleep to your potential. There's a major opportunity with this retrograde. I love my guides. That was cool. Enlightenment or that. Okay, Spirit, what else? What else do we need to know? Miracles. Forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. Leadership. Purity, and then wonders under that. So this is a time of purifying your energy and waking up to, you know, wonders is a card of that there is a lot more to life than what we see with our eyes. You know, miracles happen every day. There is a magical energy around us. You know, the universe communicates with us at all times, but you have to awaken to that. So now is the time of, you know, kind of releasing and purifying energies here. You know, you may feel like your life is at a standstill, but again, with the full moon and the constellations here, openness, it might be that there are things that you are holding on to in your life that are blocking new things from coming to you. Yeah, there might be even love that is trying to come towards you that will be transformative, again with the Pluto energy. But you need to make sure that you're open to those opportunities, and sometimes being open to new opportunities means purifying yourself of the things that are blocking that. You know, if you're holding on to a karmic relationship that is really holding you back, you're blocking new potential love. You can't move on to new and better things if you won't release things that are no longer there for you. You're keeping yourself stagnant. There are miracles on the way here. Forgiveness is important in this leadership position that you'll have. What I kind of get from this is, especially with the Pluto energy, is traumas. Forgiving people that have harmed you in the past, that have hurt you in the past, is not necessarily, you know, allowing them back into your life, or, you know, giving them additional opportunities to hurt you, because I think that you give somebody a certain amount of time and opportunities and they continue to show you what type of person they are. At a certain point, you're being a fool if you don't accept who they are. I can see that you're not for me. I can see that you would rather use your traumas and use your wounds within yourself as an excuse to harm other individuals than heal. I can see that about you and recognize that that comes from your own personal issues, but understand that that does not give you the right to abuse me and other people around me. You know, I can care for you and recognize that your presence does more harm than good. But also with forgiveness is a death and rebirth, forgiving yourself, forgiving, you know, it happens a lot when you come out of abusive relationships, romantic or friendship wise, where you will beat yourself up, you know, and it doesn't help that a lot of people will beat you up too. When I came out of an abusive relationship, what I got from a lot of people was, and well-meaning people, was, you know, how could a person like you allow yourself to be abused like that? And you know, that's really harmful to say. You should never say that to a person that's recovering from abuse. Never. That's an awful, really mean thing to say to a person. But this person that says it, you know, they don't mean harm by it. It is harmful though. But you have to find forgiveness because, you know, something within you resonated with what that abuser was able to play on. So you have to forgive the parts of yourself that accepted that behavior before, and that, you know, the times that you were asleep to your own power, that you did allow people to take advantage of you, to abuse you because something within you was seeking, you know, love and connection where there was not any. You have to kind of forgive your path and find your purpose in your pain to come into a leadership position, you know? You can't be a true leader and help others find healing if you're not able to let go of your past, because that is going to bleed out into other relationships. If you're still holding on to wounds and resentment, that is going to bleed out onto other people. And you know, that's not a good leader, somebody that is unhealed and is unable to control their wounds and allows it to, because like, I mean, what kind of leader are you if you're easily triggered and attack people that mean no harm, but you know, they said something that was triggering to you? Sometimes what you go through, I mean, it's not right, and I'm not saying that, you know, people should experience abuse, but I find a lot of purpose in what I went through. I would not be the person that I am today or be able to educate people the way that I do without the traumatic experiences that I had. And is it right and okay? It means that it's okay that those people were abusive to me? No, but that was part of my soul contract, that I would experience that so that I would have real life experience to be able to help other people going through the same thing. Because some of these things, especially, you know, experiencing covert abuse, not a lot of people are going to understand that. You can go get an education on, you know, what it looks like and how it affects people, but unless you experience it firsthand, it's really hard to relate to a person on that type of level. So, you know, as somebody that is a shaman, helps lead other people in healing journeys, I kind of needed to go on my own and come back from the darkness, you know, rise from the ashes of my life and come back, you know, healed, so that I can know that it's possible. And people that have watched me go on this journey that, you know, some of them don't even acknowledge, you know, have not been very supportive of me, don't acknowledge that I have inspired them in some way. They still watch me and get inspired and go on their own paths, you know. So I think that you can find purpose in your pain, and that really helped me transform. Okay, can we clarify opportunity? The initiation, a rite of passage, or going somewhere sacred. Yeah. I told you. It's an initiation. You know, that's kind of what Pluto does. It breaks it. Yeah, is difficult to go through, but it helps you define who you are and helps you recognize the things that you have held onto that aren't necessarily yours. And by releasing these things, by starting new cycles free of baggage that wasn't yours to carry, you are able to go on this new journey. You know, there is a ascension happening right now. Let me clarify miracles. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Boundaries. Yeah, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Council of light. You know, your ancestors, guides, they're all protecting the divine right now. The things that are happening in your life are not happening to you. They're happening for you so that you can break free from the ordinary to accept the extraordinary path that you're on. Unbound, releasing soul ties. It is that type of energy with this full moon, and then followed by Pluto. You have to recognize the things that trigger you in your life so that you can heal them and transform. If you're able to be triggered by people, they can control you. If somebody knows exactly what to say to get you emotional and upset, they can then, you know, that's when you're in that. Fear is the lowest vibration that there is, you know. If somebody is able to get you unbalanced, they can then, you know, say things to get you in a low vibration and then vampire off your energy, you know, control your thoughts. Our worlds are a manifestation of our inner state. So it really doesn't matter. That's why, you know, people that have money but are unhealed and unhappy with themselves on the inside, no amount of money is going to fix that for them. And they'll spend their whole life chasing more and more and more just to be miserable and alone at the end of the day. And that's because, you know, your outer world will always be an expression of your inner world. And that's why, you know, some people can have nothing, you know, have dirt floors, have, you know, barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck, but they're the happiest that they've ever been. And it's because they're surrounded by love, and they recognize that that love is abundant as well. You know, the love is a blessing. So it's not really about, you know, waiting for your outer world to look a specific way so that you can be the person that you want to be. You have to find that within you first. You have to discover that feeling within you first before it can manifest into your physical. And if you're not able to do that, then you have to look at what's holding you back, because those are the chains that are binding you. You know, there is some shadow work to be done if you're able to be triggered by things. If you're trying to manifest love, but seeing a happy, loving couple makes you feel resentment inside, makes you want to give that, you know, I talked about it a lot around Valentine's Day. A lot of people get, you know, making fun of Valentine's Day, making rude comments about couples, you know, being kind of bitter about Valentine's Day is evil eye energy. If you are giving the evil eye to people, you know, if I want a relationship, but all of my friends that are in relationships, I'm like secretly like envious and hoping that things go wrong, and I kind of get a thrill off of the drama in that relationship. That's why you're single. That's why you're single, because you're bitter. And I'm not saying that if you are single, you're bitter, but, and you know, some people want to be single, but I'm saying, you know, if you're trying to manifest love, you can't be looking at love in a resentful way and then be surprised when you're blocking it. You can't, you know, want to manifest money but walk around talking about how broke and unlucky you are and how you never get good opportunities. You are pushing that out into your physical world. And when you have a mindset like that, you know, if you have a mindset where you are easily triggered by things, you are going to not acknowledge opportunities when they arise. If I am bitter and upset that I'm not in a relationship, and I resent people that are, when, you know, my friend that might, you know, be in a couple asks me to go out with them and their new boyfriend, you know, and I say no because I don't want to be around that new boyfriend, you know, you might have met the new love on that outing, you know, it's like that type of thing. You will block opportunities. You will block people that could have been good opportunities for you. If you're in a mindset where everyone's going to hurt me, you're going to push away people that would, you know, would have loved you, would have helped you heal. It's that type of energy. Yeah, your guidance is divinely guided, and then releasing soul ties. Yeah, what did I say? Spirit is trying to guide you towards miracles here. You're getting intuitive hits, you know, you're seeing signs everywhere, you know, that might even be in the form of people trying to, hey, maybe you should try to get back out here, maybe out there, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. I know that it's COVID right now, but, you know, take what I'm saying. Get what I'm, you know, don't get hung up on the details, just, you know, it's an example. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Your triggers are nothing more than an opportunity to grow. You know, triggers are showing you where you need to heal, where you have unhealed wounds, where you have, and you know, they might not even be from this lifetime. They might be from past life wounds. They might be generational wounds. Triggers are an opportunity to heal. Can I clarify forgiveness? Don't them to fit in. Yeah. Sorry. See, I channel. What I do is channeling. I'm not a You know, I read tarot. I'm not a tarot reader. I channel. So I don't need the cards to channel. You know, it sounds like I'm lecturing sometimes. I'm channeling messages from my guides. A lot of times, you know, these messages apply to my life too. I'm not perfect by any means. But I use the guides. My parents' Chihuahua is in here, and he is upset that I'm being too loud, but he wanted to hang out. Sorry. You hear soft whining. Is a little long-haired Chihuahua in the corner. Don't dim to fit in. What I was saying, my guides, you know, the cards are more so a physical evidence that, you know, what I'm saying is from them. Forgive yourself for not understanding that your differences are what make you special. Forgive yourself for the ways that you have betrayed yourself to try to fit in with other people. Forgive yourself for, you know, allowing other people to hurt you and make you feel like you weren't good enough. And forgive them too, because, you know, it's a projection. People that go out of their way to make you feel bad about yourself, it's because they're jealous. It's because there are things about you that make them feel bad about themselves. So their way of handling that is to try to bully you into suppressing those things. You know, they don't want you to stand out and, you know, have the light on you, have the attention on you, because then the attention's off of them. And, you know, that doesn't mean that you should, forgive those people to the point that you allow them to abuse you like that. But it means that you don't allow that hurt to control your life. You know, you recognize that they're just sad little children, you know. A lot of adults are just sad, broken little children walking around in adult bodies, continuing to play out these, you know, playground bully behaviors. And you can recognize that and feel sorry for them, you know, have sympathy for their situation, but that doesn't mean that you allow those people to abuse you, you know. Forgiveness is not you told me you were sorry, but you have done absolutely nothing to fix what you've done. You haven't done nothing to really repair the relationship, but because you said sorry and I feel like I need to forgive you, I'm just going to forgive you, you know. Forgiveness is I understand that the way you treated me has to do with your own inner state, and that's something that you need to work on and heal. And I'm not going to be a punching bag for you so that you can avoid healing. Sometimes releasing a relationship and them seeing you thrive without them is what will help them heal, because then they'll recognize, you know, some people are just very toxic, and as long as you're in their life, they're always going to find a reason that they're a victim. They're always going to find a reason that what the bad in their life is because of you. So when you remove yourself from their life and they're able to see that the bad is still there and that your life actually improved without them in it, you know, sometimes that's what it's going to take to get it to click that it wasn't you, it was them. You know, there's a lot of denial in people that are abusive. Most people that are very abusive genuinely believe that they're victims in their life and genuinely will make up reasons why their abuse is justified. And, you know, they'll tell that lie so many times they convince themselves that it's true. When somebody is like that, what good is our relationship doing? You are using me as a punching bag so you can avoid your own healing. And then you are continuously wounding me to where I'm not able to live my life to the fullest because I feel the burden of our relationship. And you're intentionally trying to harm me because you are jealous of my light. And so that I am going to eventually start to dim my light so that you'll accept me. People like that, you just have to release them. And it's not I'm not releasing you with hatred in my heart. I'm releasing you by acknowledging that our relationship was karmic. And I learned a lesson from this relationship. And sometimes that lesson is that as much as I love you, my love is not going to heal you for you. And me being a punching bag, again, like I said, is not benefiting either of us. Can I clarify leadership? Trust the niggle. What is niggling? What is the niggling? I don't like that word. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? I really don't like that word. I would prefer like a nagging feeling, you know? What is, I just don't like the way that it sounds. Niggle, ew. Trust your intuition here. Follow your intuition. Most of you are meant to be leaders here. You're meant to help advance your community. You are meant to kind of be an example for other people that, wow, he or she went through all of that and they came out better and stronger. And, you know, not only did I survive the fires in my life, I went back and, you know, gave a helping hand to everybody else. That type of energy. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? How can you take care of yourself? This is kind of a like divine feminine energy. The divine feminine has been suppressed for thousands of years on earth, and that's the divine feminine in men and women. That is your connection to source, that's your creativity, that's your ability to manifest, that's your softness. We have lived in a society that has prevented us from being soft with each other. That, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world, it's me against you, you gotta step on other people to advance. That's kind of been the ruling vibration in society for hundreds, thousands of years. And it really started with the genocide, with, you know, destroying communities that were feminine in nature. You know, the colonizers had a masculine type of, like, you know, conquer and divide the rest of the world so that we can rule. So everybody is kind of learning how to heal their inner feminine. You know, divine masculines and divine feminines. And that is how a divine masculine can help a divine feminine, is healing their own feminine so that they know how to be soft with a divine feminine. You know, you can't approach a goddess with harshness, with low vibration. Let me clarify the opportunity of initiation. Yeah, luck is on your side here. Big things are coming in with the, you know, clover, the fish here. The fish often points to financial gain as well. You need to be loyal to your mission, though. Be loyal to who you are inside, because under that is the fox. There are people that are going to be trying to manipulate, trying to take advantage of you. Yeah, you've learned now. Spirit has revealed these conniving, manipulative, you know, predators in your life so that you can learn better and you can be faithful to yourself, faithful to your soul family here. That's what's going to bring you love. That's going to bring you expansion. Let me clarify miracles. Somebody, the birds is gossip. The tower is like isolation. There are people that are going to be or have been spreading lies about you, trying to isolate you here. But it's because you're moving on with the rider, the anchor after that. The people will try to cord themselves to you, but you're unbound here. You're releasing those soul contracts. You're releasing those low vibrational soul ties. So as you do that and you ascend, there are going to be people that benefited from being able to leech off of your life before that are going to try to spread lies about you, gossip about you, and their intention is to isolate you from others. If I can't have you, nobody can type energy. If I can't leech off of you, I'm going to try to ruin your name here. And that's why this is falling under the who or what is triggering you. These people are going to try to trigger you, try to run your name through the mud here. And what Spirit is saying is that miracles are coming in for you regardless. You know, continue to release these ties. Don't allow people to trigger you into creating new soul ties. As you ascend, there are going to be people trying to anchor themselves to you. Their intention is to ride your coattails into abundance, but truly their vibration is low. So tying yourself to low vibrational people will prevent your ascension. And that is really what their mission is. You know, they are not conscious enough to understand that they have demonic entity attachments that are ruling these impulses that they have. All that they understand is that you're doing better, and if I get in good with them, if I can convince them, if I can belittle them, make them feel bad, make them think that I'm better than them, or, you know, convince them to reinitiate this abusive relationship with me, I'm going to be able to, you know, take their blessings from them. But if you've ever been in one of these relationships, you know, the moment you get into a relationship with a person that wants to take from you, your vibration tanks, you know. You'll start losing opportunities. You'll get sick. You start to look like shit. You feel like shit. This person is going to tell you, you know, how terrible, awful person you are. It's like, you know, everything that they admire about you in the beginning of the relationship then becomes something that you need to change as you get into the relationship. And it's because they, you know, it was, their admiration was envy. They want to take it from you. It's not that they want to appreciate that about you. It's they want to take it from you. They want to build you up on a pedestal that, you know, is theirs, so that they can kick it out from under you. And they've isolated you from everybody else so that there is nobody else there to be able to tell you, no, you're not crazy. This person is gaslighting you. This person is lying to you. This person is abusing you. If I isolate you from everybody that would tell you the truth, then I get to control your outlook on life. Again, these people that are able to trigger you will be able to control you. So a way of untying yourself from these soul ties here is to raise your vibration and to release. Release with this full moon under forgiveness. There's a masculine energy here, or this is your inner divine masculine, you know. Your inner masculine is your drive, is your independence, is what makes you, you know, see a goal and go get it. So it's forgiveness, and this might be even a forgiving your inner masculine will help you forgive an outer masculine here. Somebody needs to find forgiveness with both themselves and with masculine people in your life. The star in reverse. Somebody, you know, did not see your worth before, but it was really because you weren't seeing it yourself. Forgive yourself for not standing up for yourself in the past. Forgive yourself for not seeing your light because other people had influenced you to dim your light. And forgive masculine energy in your life for not being able to show up for you the way that they needed to, because, you know, they have their own path too. If a masculine has an unhealed feminine energy, they'll have a really hard time showing up for a feminine the way that they need to. So, you know, the same way that you needed to find healing and direction, don't find grace for other people. And again, that does not mean accepting abusive people back into your life without any change, just because they promise that they will change one day, or that they have changed, but, you know, they can act, they can pretend that they've changed for a week and then they're right back. You know, this may be, you know, forgiving so that you can release this person. And again, forgiving yourself for not standing up for yourself before. With leadership and trust the niggle. I don't like that word. Pathway, and then the broom. So the broom is usually the whip in other Lenormand decks. It is typically symbolizes a karmic individual here. What I find interesting is this is the 22 and then 11, which is a spirit number here. There's a pathway to leadership in your life right now. You need to follow your intuition. But again, the broom sweeps up shit. There are karmic individuals here that are going to try to trigger you into submission. And if you don't submit, they're going to go and, tell a bunch of lies to try to isolate you from people. What Spirit is saying here is that continue on your path and forgive these people that try to trigger you, because it really comes from a self-hatred. You can't be hateful towards other people if you are a loving, kind person that loves yourself. Being hateful towards other people comes from an inner hatred, to where other people finding success, other people being happy with themselves, other people being loved by other people. Some people will really hate you because other people love you. Some people will absolutely hate you, do anything that they can to try to tear you down. And it comes from they are jealous that other people love you. And that's not because there's something wrong with other people loving you. That comes from that person feels a lack of love in their own life. But there is nothing that you can do for that person if they feel a lack of love in their own life. They need to find healing on their own, especially an adult. It's different if it's a child. Somebody's a grown adult. You can't do the healing work for them. They have to do it themselves. Children have to do healing work too. But, as a child, you can try to be a support and build an environment that would, support their healing. Give them the opportunity to, talk out things, to feel like they have a voice, to feel heard, to feel like they have a safe place. Providing those things for a child gives them a better opportunity to come out as an adult to where they don't need therapy. As an adult, I can't mother you at the expense of myself. I can't raise you when you are, the same age as me at the expense of myself. I have my own stuff I have to work through. And the fact that you believe that you're the only person suffering really shows that you are completely selfish. All of us have stuff that we're going through. And just because I don't feel safe to talk to you about that doesn't mean that I'm not dealing with my own stuff, Maybe you should try making a safe space for me so that we can heal together. But as long as you expect me to be a healer for you and you do nothing but drain me, our relationship is karmic. And I don't see a reason to continue to feed into a situation that's detrimental to me and that only supports your learned helplessness in life, So that is the reading, guys. I hope that you all have wonderful weeks. I'll be back soon. Love you all. Bye.